लाल टमाटर खाऊंगा, लाल लाल हो जाऊंगा, मम्मी मेरा नाम निकाल, आंगनबाड़ी जाऊंगा, आंगनबाड़ी दूंगा, जाना मंजूर है, टिफिन डब्बा खाली है, छुट्टी होने वाली है।
As Victor Hugo said, "He who opens a school closes a prison." This is so true and relevant in our society, which is stricken by illiteracy, the root cause of unemployment, underdevelopment, anti-social activities, and crime. All the third world countries are facing this problem. But the question is, why can't we solve this problem? This is the question which remained unanswered for so long. When we talk about education, we only talk about the developed nations, but still, about 776 million adults in the world are illiterate. They are mainly from underdeveloped or developing nations. But no initiative has been taken so far to eradicate illiteracy. After independence, it was the time when education was considered to be the only way to livelihood in urban India. But now, it is a question of survival for every Indian. The illiterates are not considered to be a part of any social affair. As we know, literacy is the only way to become the fastest growing economy in the world. And this is the time for India to think about its development. Government decided to spend around 1,60,000 crore over 5 years on education. But the literacy rate of India has hardly reached around 78%, where most of the literates in rural areas are unable to do even simple additions or subtractions, and few of them can write just their names. NCD schools in urban areas are very well maintained by the government. Contrary to this, the village schools are in poor condition, not because of the resources but due to poor governance. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is a government program which provides the basic elementary education to the children who are in the age group of 6 to 14 years. But more often, the schools do not follow the rules decided by the government. Moreover, mainly due to corruption, the resources allotted by the government hardly reaches the students. To get the real picture, we visited some of the schools in outskirts of the city. This is the elementary school in Kusumpur Pahari area, where we tried to find out how Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan serves. But we were not allowed to enter the school premises by the school authorities. After talking to few of the villagers, we came to know that the government rules and regulations are not being followed properly. We had a conversation with one of the parents, and we came to know that her daughter was not taken in the school at the age of 6, as she was too young according to the principal, and after a year she became too old to study in an elementary school.
एक्चुअली में क्या होता है कि जो गरीब आदमी होता है पढ़े लिखे तो ज़्यादा होते नहीं है, इसीलिए उनको डेट ऑफ बर्थ अपने बच्चे के बारे में कंफर्म नहीं होता है। और नगर निगम वाले क्या कहते हैं कि पहले बच्चे का सर्टिफिकेट लेके आओ या फिर एफिडेविट बनवा के लाओ, तभी आपके बच्चे को एडमिट करेंगे, मतलब उसका एडमिशन करेंगे। और एफिडेविट वगैरह नहीं बन पाते और इस चक्कर में उनके बच्चे 1 साल उनका फिर बर्बाद हुआ।
As we know, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan provides education to children in the age group of 6 to 14 years. So, those who are above 14 years can't get the benefit of this program.
बोलता हूँ तो मेरे पापा बोलते हैं कि मत जाओ। हाँ, अभी तेरी पढ़ने की उम्र है जो तू पढ़ने जाएगी, ऐसे बोलते हैं।
In spite of various government programs, the education system is not improving. That's why there are many children deprived of education. But this is not the situation in every school. As we visited one of the MCD schools in the Bersarai area of South Delhi, it seemed that all the rules were followed properly. The school campus was clean. The students were in their proper uniforms. Teachers were taking classes properly.
आप इसी तरह से ये मेरे को बताओ तुम ये अक्षर क्या है?
Midday meal was served on time in its proper quantity. We also found to make learning interesting, cartoon films were shown.
बेसिकली तो यहाँ बच्चे निम्न वर्ग के ही आते हैं, मतलब स्लम एरिया से आते हैं और आसपास की कॉलोनी से आते हैं। मतलब ये एमसीडी के स्कूल हर 1-1.5 किलोमीटर के अंदर बने हैं, जिससे बच्चा आराम से आ जाए, उनको सड़क ना पार करनी पड़े। और अगर स्लम एरिया से भी आते हैं तो सबका एडमिशन यहाँ हम करते हैं।
Students were also taught various co-curricular activities like singing, dancing, theatre, and painting. There are several non-governmental organizations which provide education to the deprived children. Abhigyan is one such organization which is providing education to the children of construction workers since 2005.
And finally, when I joined the JNU campus for doing my PhD, so at that time actually the modernization of the campus had just started. So the construction laborers, they had they got their homes here, but their children were just deprived and they used to play in the dust doing nothing, spoiling their the precious time. So that time I used to just walk around the campus and see how the buildings are being, because I was quite fond of good kind of buildings and good infrastructure, and also then I used to think wow, we will have good infrastructure and hostels and better library facility after some time. But at the same time something was making me sad as well, lose the children who were like deprived of education. So then I discussed this thought with my friends, and they supported me. In fact, at least 10-15 people that time also were with me when I initiated this.
Many people from other countries have also become a part of Abhigyan.
These children, they're growing up in different conditions, of course, but they're very talented, and many of them they're doing well in their study. So I hope and I'm sure that their future will be really bright, and it should be, because they deserve this, and they are doing really well.
Through various co-curricular activities, Abhigyan gives them the opportunity to explore the various aspects of the world around. Indian government annually spends around 6,000 rupees on each school-going child.
एवरेज एक बच्चे पर काफ़ी खर्च हो जाता है, मतलब करीब 500 पर चाइल्ड हो ही जाता है।
पर मंथ के हिसाब से
पर मंथ
एनुअली।
Even the school authorities are not aware of these simple facts. Education is the birthright of every child. So we should take the pledge to give them better education and nurture their future.